The floor is melting slow like the thousand whispers.
The residents along the West River are talking again tonight about what they call the Phantom Train. Witnesses in Jamaica and Townsend say they saw the outline of an old steam engine rolling across the trestle.
Reports of a ghostly woman at Weatherhead Hollow Bridge have some Vermonters looking over their shoulders tonight. WCNA's Atlanta Price is live in Guilford with the story.
Nothing's what it seems in this fever dream. The clock's spin back.
Hello.
Interesting times we live in.
Hello, hello.
Holy shit, that's Versace. I did not know that.
It was me. It was me all
It was
along,
him
Victor.
all along.
Oh my god.
Shock and awe. What?
Different shows, different names. How about that?
Like Orgasmo Phantasmo Files will be coming out next week.
Talk all about it.
Zool, who do we have today, sister?
So tonight we have Kelli Keenan, good friend of mine. Very high-spirited person. You're gonna love. She's just an excellent conversationalist. I adore Kelli. Been friends for probably at least a decade, if not longer. My first horns came from Kelli, and I've been wearing the horns ever since. One could say I've been horny.
That's interesting because some people get some people have to do
cherry, but she broke your skull.
some people have to do great things to get their wings. You said forget the wings. I just want the horns.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks, Danny. How cool. It's such a cool story how we met.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
always been my favorite, and we have been friends ever since, and we're into the same stuff.
Yeah, it was like it was meant to be.
Like a
We
sister
just
from
had to
another
find
mister.
each other. Exactly. Exactly. Might both be the daughters of the devil.
I love that intro. That video was awesome.
This is my other daughter, my sister from the devil himself.
I like you guys. Okay, anything with the devil, my friend, or with me. Getting a lot of bad names in the press, but don't let the press fool you. Okay.
So this will
Where
be
you
the
from?
first
Where
time.
you from, Kelly? Where are you calling? Like, where are you at right now?
Well, I'm from Cleveland, but I am in Geneva currently.
So you're in Ohio too.
Yeah, Ohio. Yeah.
Like
Are you?
Cleveland,
Capital of weirdness. I love it.
It is weird here.
Yeah, they're not from Ohio. They're from.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Massachusetts. Victor's from Vermont.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we're doing. So
We
we're
got
bringing
spooky
the
shit,
Ohio
but it's
to them.
different.
Well, this is
We got-
excellent.
We're
They just
spooky
love
out here.
Ohio because Ohio is spooky. We're full of spooky in Ohio.
I think this is how we just grew up. It's just normal to us.
Yeah.
I always blast a song in the car, swag like Ohio. I'm always just repping that shit. It's like, because it's weird.
Oh yeah, my boyfriend brought up a point. I think we have the most haunted houses here too.
Yes,
Ohio.
we
But
do.
you know what it was? Everything
A high
in
number.
2020 2020 and TikTok put you guys on the map.
2020
They-
put Ohio on the map.
2020 and TikTok put Ohio on the map. There was so many reels coming out about weird shit in Ohio, and people had time to
Oh
watch it.
yeah, true
But
story.
we just
true.
it just became
But Ohio's
legendary.
been weird for longer than 2020.
Yes, but nobody
Ohio's
really
always
knew
had a
even-
long tradition of being
Half the
weird.
people didn't
Yeah,
even know
put it on it.
Ohio
We
was a
could put it
state.
About
Half the
it.
people in the on
And
the
Cleveland's the
Northeast.
heart of weird. Anyone
Cleveland's not a
who's
good weird though. It's like
yeah,
a not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm close
I
to
wasn't gonna
Salem.
say that
Salem's
about
weird,
Cleveland.
but
Poor
it's just not
Cleveland.
an evil weird.
I don't know.
But then
it
you
is
got
weird
Vic.
there.
I'll be honest. then
Have you
got
ever seen the
Vic and-
free stamp?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's our idea of art. So like Cleveland's super weird. There's
It
a
is.
giant free stamp.
it's just
Then
not the
you
vibe
should-
for me.
It's yeah.
And then
no,
you got Vic. though.
Pipe,
Vic's
pipe
even
down,
though-
you guys got the Browns. Pipe down. You got the Browns. I mean, geez,
Yeah, well, We can't
What
take
team you from,
responsibility for the
Monahan?
Browns.
No, we don't claim them. No, I'm just kidding.
We also have the Bengals. So,
Who?
the Cincinnati Bengals in Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Orgasmo. Like they say that
Yeah.
now. But a couple
Forgot
years
about
ago-
them.
a couple years ago, when Cleveland was actually good in the playoffs, they were probably going like, "We love Cleveland. Oh, Cleveland's great. We love Cleveland." Now it's just like, it's your responsibility. Yeah.
They're
I
the
like
hardest
I
out
like
to
Cleveland Brown Jr.
Cleveland Brown Jr.
They just made parking everywhere so annoying, and like now you can't park almost anywhere for free. You have to have apps.
Oh, welcome to
Like,
Boston. Now
That
it
free
sounds like
stamp's a big
Boston.
lie.
I don't know. It's
Biggest
just not,
lie. There's nothing free in Cleveland.
There's
I know.
nothing free in
Yeah,
Boston.
take the stamp away.
We don't even have free love
Take
in
away
Boston.
the stamp.
You got to pay for love in Boston. It's
Not
horrible.
You gotta pay to look at the free stamp.
That's irony.
Where does a free stamp send? What can it send you? Can you go anywhere with it? Does it send a
No.
person with a letter? What's it do?
No.
Just a giant. I mean, it's huge. It's the size of a building.
So what do you people like? It's like one of those like the world's largest yarn ball or something. It's just
Yeah.
one of those
It's
kind of
Just a
size.
big, giant,
cracks.
stupid sculpture.
Hey, we have something going for us.
Yeah.
Someone should lick the stamp.
Right now, we have the biggest crack in the world.
I
Like
saw
the
it.
biggest rock, like the
We
biggest.
know
rock?
it's an 80-mile long crack in Lake Erie right now.
Yeah, I
Oh, in
saw it.
Lake
I was at the
Erie.
beach today. I saw
Well,
it.
Yeah.
that's big.
It's
That's for the Loch Ness monster
We
to
have
come
a
out
huge
of.
crack.
Loch Ness is coming out. The Loch Ness monster is coming out to say hello. I mean, that
It's not the
happens
Loch
every
Ness monster. It's
80,000
the Lake
years.
Erie monster. You
Lake
have to
Erie
know
monster,
your cryptids.
You sure they're
Maybe
not the
Kelly's
same?
seen it. So let's talk
I
to
actually
Kelly about
have
what
seen
Kelly
it.
has seen.
I've
Maybe
actually,
she's
I think I've actually seen it.
see, Kelly has seen the Lake Erie monster. That's a great place to start. Tell me about the Lake Erie monster.
Man, I was so my mom and I lived like right on the lake, like the backyard. It was super dangerous for like, when I was young. It was like straight down to the beach. So we had, I had to take
The cliff drop.
So I was on the third floor. We had 3 stories. We were on the top floor of this really rickety house. Like this house would sway in the wind. Like it was sketchy, but it was so cool because I remember I had these memories, and I remember my mom and I were looking out. I remember the night exactly. Like, and I know, sometimes if you see something and no one else is there, you're like, oh, I'm just making stuff up. But if someone else is there, it's a little bit more believable. But we looked outside and it was late night and the moon was out, so you could see, you could see the lake. But we saw what looked like a serpent just going up and down in the lake, and it wasn't like by the shore. It was out there, and it was a silhouette.
But could it have just been a shadow of a water snake? I mean,
Yeah.
Oh no,
A water snake that large,
there.
that's that far out.
what was
It
the
was
shadow
out,
play
like,
and everything? Could it have
where
just made it
boats.
seem larger?
There wasn't like a lot of waves that night, but it was out by where a boat would be.
So it was
Okay.
further out. It wasn't close.
Yeah.
But it was like
Further
out. So you could
Close by.
definitely tell the large size of it by
Yeah.
how further out it
The
was.
depths.
But that
And
part of that
you can-
lake, there's
you can
about
see a
20.
snake that far away.
You could
No,
walk.
that's what I was saying. And we're the close,
Yeah.
because I mean, up close, eyes can see things, but that far back, it has to be pretty large.
It
Yeah.
had, and we were on the top, like I said, top floor, and there was our backyard, and then the beach, and then the beach starts, and it goes 20 feet out into the lake, and there's a big, massive drop. So like, the lake gets really deep pretty soon where I was. So, I mean, something could have been out there. I mean, I remember, I can actually visualize it now.
That's
But-
crazy.
Well, I mean, you think about it, the ocean has barely been explored in general.
Yeah, what?
And at the end of the day, NASA quit exploring
Lake
the ocean
Erie
and went
is
to
full of
space.
mysteries. Lake
And the
Erie
thing
has-
about lakes is nobody knows how deep lakes could go. Lakes can go all the way. It's like nobody really goes and measures how far a lake is
there's
going.
caves and shit down there.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly, and
Sinkholes.
underwater cave-ins, and you can get into other systems of water and deeper,
Yeah.
lower.
There's salt
levels.
caves under the lake. There are caves of salt. That's where we
Yes.
mine our salt from out here, is from underneath the lake. Like,
Yeah.
it's
So I mean, it goes
crazy.
real deep. You're almost into the sometimes like really, you're getting really under the layers of earth. Did it make sound? Was it quiet? Did
we
you
had
hear any?
We had our windows closed, so we didn't really hear it. You didn't hear anything, but man, I remember that very vividly.
That's crazy.
But
So
awesome.
all of these stories that we hear from Kelly tonight would be the first time I'm hearing them, because we've never really talked about the paranormal, but I knew because we have talked about spirituality, so I knew Kelly is a spiritual person, and I was like, I guarantee you she's had some spooky experiences that she can't
I just
explain.
I love that though. I love that
Yeah.
you just knew.
I think it goes hand
New.
in hand, right? If you're open to spiritual, your spirit is open, then you're open to these extrasensual things.
And
Yeah.
a lot of these things have been bothering me since I was young.
Yeah.
Like spirits, I think.
Well,
What spirits do you think are bothering you since you were
Well-
young? What was your first experience that you remember?
When I was well, I had gerbils as pets, and I remember specifically when they had passed. I saw I always heard them, and like on top of, like, I saw on the table. I was like in the kitchen. My mom was there too, and we were like doing my homework, and then like right in the middle of the table, we heard like little pitter pattering, and then my all of my papers from my project I was working on just started moving around the table like something was running around, and then we saw a shadow against the wall, like right behind the table, of a little gerbil running, but it was like right in front of us. So like I've definitely had some pet spirits. That only happened once.
Amazing. And you
I
have
know, it was so cute.
you have such a unique spirit in the way that you connect with animals in a way that I don't see in other people.
Thank you, Dan. It's really nice to hear.
It's beautiful. Whenever I've actually rescued a few animals and brought them to Kelly, because Kelly is like the best human being to bring a baby animal to.
At one time,
knowing damn well no matter what,
raccoons.
she's gonna figure it out. I gave her a baby raccoon one time, and she had wolves.
There were
she's
two.
like, she's trying to manage her wolves and this baby raccoon to get this baby raccoon to a rescue. And
she's the living Dr. Doolittle. Literally.
she is. She is a
I
Dr.
wish I could
Doolittle
have a
spirit.
ton of animals, but
I love it. I mean,
So
honestly.
I believe that if anybody could see animal spirits, it would be you. It would definitely be you.
You're connecting with the animals more than a human, or you've connected with them in a way that other people
definitely.
can't.
For sure.
She's one of those people that is definitely connected to the animals and more.
And when
than
that happened,
people.
I mean, were you freaked out? Were you calm with it? Did you realize what you were witnessing? How did your mind take that all in?
With the gerbil spirit?
Yeah, like when the paper started shattering, was it all terrifying?
happy.
No, I was happy.
Just happy.
Because
so you were at your soul kind of knew what it was, and you weren't.
I thought it was
at rest.
Special. Yeah, and then we had a cat that hung around. I when I was young, like I would feed all the neighborhood animals, and I would literally cook them food, and I would actually message like Purina One, and I would say, hey, I'm 13 years old, and I feed the neighborhood animals. Could you give me some coupons? And like they would send me so much stuff when I was young. I always had just tons of like dog food coming in,
and
awesome. I would make these big piles of food. I even got a camera from the library, and I set up a camera to watch all the animals that came one night. There was 13 different animals that came to my porch.
Oh wow!
But yeah.
She's a regular Snow White, man.
I'll tell you, I had one interesting experience with an animal. I was sitting out, it was like midsummer. I was sitting out front on my steps, just chilling, smoking a joint, just hanging out. And just very calmly, very quietly, but very peacefully came right up to me a baby fox.
Oh my gosh.
And it just came right up to me and just kind of sat right in front of me. And like, I was just like, okay, I'm not going to make no movements.
Oh my gosh. How cool.
And because we have a large bunny population. And so the fox we have a few foxes, and they kind of just let them go to keep the bunnies at bay.
Controlled, yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise we just have
the bunnies get out of control.
Bunnies running through the neighborhood in the morning. It's crazy in the spring. Like you just see them all at like 5 in the morning, just scurrying everywhere.
How cute! Yeah.
I always have interesting experiences with deer. The deer in Ohio are psychotic. The city deer. The city deer are
your deer are from like the 99 Nights in the Forest. Those things are like out to get you.
The city deer in Ohio, if you live in the city, the deer will come right up to your door and knock on your door. They will nudge you in a parking lot because they're used to getting fed by hand.
I saw that in East Lake by where you live.
Yeah. Eastlake. Yeah, they walk right
I
up to
saw
you.
them walking right across. Yeah.
Oh,
I was
boy.
putting up stickers on my car and somebody nudged my shoulder and I turn around and there's a deer looking right at me like,
No
where's my
way.
apple?
Oh, that's so cool.
And I'm like,
Wow.
Didn't you turn around and
Hi.
say, don't you know that if you should leave, somebody might try to mount you on their wall? Like, go.
Man.
not in the city. They won't. So the deer feel safe there. They use the
That's awesome.
crosswalks.
Yeah, we
You
saw
got
a whole
city.
pack of
You
deer
guys.
across
See, that's why it's crazy. You got
across the
city
parking
deer.
lot.
How
Yeah.
now, Vic? How's your Vermont deer? Are they all polite and shit like that?
To be honest, like all these stories, it's like that's happy that people have that experience, but that's fucking typical of Vermont. I mean, right around my land, it's known throughout the town, the Kingdom of Peace, because we've seen deer, we've seen fisher cats, we've seen raccoon. We have a turkey invasion going on where we have seen up to 28 turkeys.
Yeah, but they're not using the crosswalk in downtown Brattleboro.
Yeah.
They're not bumming cigarettes from the fucking guy down at the liquor store. Come on now.
I
Vic.
mean, the deer are pretty close to doing that up here in
I mean,
Ohio. They really are.
They're talking about some of them are getting EBT.
We've seen deer before. We've came close to deer before. Came close with bears before.
One knocked on my window. I swear it was going to ask if it could wash my windows for me in Madison. Walked up to the window.
hilarious.
You know what?
tapped
You
on the
know
window
what?
while I'm
That's
driving
it.
by.
That's it. You know what, Zul? Your mission is to get me a deer to come on the show.
You probably could do that pretty easily if you just
You
went
You know
to
what?
the-
I can do that.
Get me a
Exactly.
deer to come on the
Kelly
show.
can-
Let me
Kelly
get my
can
deer.
back in the
Hold
deer.
on. Let me get my deer. Hold
I
on.
wanna
She's
talk to
gonna
one of
go
these
get a deer
guys.
right now.
Talk to one of these guys.
Where's the baby deer?
You have a baby deer right now.
Roxy
Do
looks
you?
like a baby deer right now. She's shedding so bad that she looks like a
She
cryptid
looks like
herself.
a baby deer.
Baby deer
I
is.
wouldn't
Oh,
even think of Ohio being so
Hold on.
like full of animals like that.
where's the baby deer? She knew I was
So
talking.
that happened. You were like how old? 6, 7?
I was probably. Yeah, you're probably right. Right around that.
Did you realize something was different about you after that, though?
No, I thought it was normal because when I was young, I also remember seeing shadow people all the time.
Okay. But
Yeah.
shadow people are a little bit different than, seeing a loved pet. Shadow people can be somewhat kind of frightening.
Is that the baby deer?
That is a baby deer. There you are, baby deer.
Wow, my camera's.
She's hiding. She's being super shy.
Well, I have so many different cameras for options on here. I didn't know how to change it. But then, when I was growing up, I would see shadow people walking around the house, and I thought it was normal. And this was, probably 1998, 96. So I was pretty young. And my mom collects antiques. So, she brings all this beautiful old stuff that, of course, souls are going to be attached to because the stuff's beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I have so many interesting, odd stories. I don't know, I'm not sure what you want to get into right now, but
Any of it.
I mean,
Well,
we
when
started
you say
off,
she was bringing home these unique
yeah,
old
Was she a
things.
collector of antiques?
yeah, oh yeah. So she would just bring. I mean, she would go to yard sales and she would just get some interesting stuff, and it's old. She has told me so many stories that she has. I mean, she'd be cool to talk to one day too. Like,
We would love to talk to her too because
man.
Cookie
Would
is
she
mom's.
literally
Her
go
mom's
out
name
and
is
try
Cookie. She's
Would she
literally
go
the
out and try to
sweetest.
seek? Would she go out and seek almost haunted items or things that were rare?
No,
or-
not really. She just has like a little bit more interest in just odd
things like
And
the
about-
oddities.
She loves
old stuff. Old
odd
stuff
neat
history.
things.
Yeah.
But
like
old
just
doesn't
old
equal
stuff.
haunted. But old don't
No,
equal
but
haunted.
for some reason, I mean,
I have
You don't-
several
you don't see
probably
any new
haunted
stuff
dolls.
haunted.
I have a lot of really old dolls. I have like dolls from the 1920s, 30s, 50s.
now
Like
why is that though? Why does old stuff
why?
get
Is
haunted?
it just time? Maybe just time.
I like
story?
that it's lived this long, that it's made it this far. I wonder how many hands it's passed through and
Oh yeah,
what
we
it's
think about that
seen,
stuff too.
what it's
Do you think?
seen
Do you think if an
time.
inanimate? Let me ask you this: do you think if an inanimate object is in a household that is subjected to violence, abusive, craziness, or psychotic
Carries
energies like
that
that,
energy.
would it kind of manifest over the years and start to become something of its own?
Hmm. Well, I think, yeah, since energy can't be destroyed or
Destroyed the energy,
created,
will it be kind of soaking it in?
it goes somewhere.
It
So
goes
there's
into that
just as much
object.
likelihood that things can absorb negative energy
I would
as
love
there
that.
is any other logical explanation for
Yeah.
where the hell energy goes.
Yeah, that'd be
Because
so
you hear about this, like let's just say, like an instance, a hand brush. It went,
I
to
believe that. And
somebody
I have a
got it.
story
That
about a hand
person
brush.
was a killer.
So I
The
have a
killer.
basic plastic hairbrush for like a goody rainbow colored cheap Walmart hairbrush that was my
Joel,
mother's.
remember, this is a family entertainment show. We
Now
don't want to hear
listen.
we don't want to hear those type of stories about a hairbrush.
It's my mother's, so it is a
Okay.
family. It's a family way story.
Okay. Okay. Just want to say that we don't want to get banned off Facebook or YouTube yet.
My mom, when she passed away, she had this hairbrush in her purse, and I had brought it home with me because it was her hairbrush and it had her hair in it, and it was mourning, and I was really sad, and so it became special to me. Well, I lost it.
Oh,
And I couldn't find her either, if you know what I mean.
oh
When
yeah.
people pass on and you feel them,
Oh yeah, this is what you were talking to us about
yeah.
the story in the
And I
beginning
couldn't
time.
feel her. And yeah, I spoke with the friend, and the friend that I spoke with said she wants to know why you're smoking in her
Yeah, you
jean
got
jacket.
caught smoking in the jean
I got
jacket.
caught smoking in
Yeah.
her jean jacket over the
In the
phone.
house.
Over the phone. Like, there's just no way that
Wow.
she could have known that that's what I was doing, but that's what she told me over the phone. So I know that my mom was present. And then, like, the next day, the hairbrush showed up
What?
on the table.
No
And
way.
like it had always been there. Like it had
Oh,
never left.
I
Like I
love
never
that.
lost the damn thing. And I'm
That-
like, if it had been there, there's no way I would have missed the damn thing. But how do you tell somebody that without them thinking you're crazy? Because
No.
You come on our
You could
show
tell
and
me
you
that
tell it.
any day, and I'll
You
believe
come
you.
on our show and you talk about it. That's
Exactly.
what you do.
Exactly. So that was my hairbrush story. So yeah, I absolutely believe that energy can be projected into or onto an object. So if your house was full of old objects growing up, I imagine you had, and you seem sensitive, that you probably have a billion stories about the objects in your house and the things you've seen. What was your favorite object story?
Okay. All right. So I was thinking about it. So my mom brought this chair home, and it looked like a captain's chair. Okay. So imagine just like, really cool design arms, like a high back, and it kind
Okay.
of, kind of creaky.
Like a tall
Just-
boy
it-
chair.
Yeah, it looked like the captain on the boat. Okay, so we
Okay.
had to have it, right? So we brought it home, and my mom put it in her room. I was young, probably about 20 years ago. So every night for, first night and the second night, my mom didn't tell me until the third night, but she said I heard a man talking while I was sleeping the last 2 nights. And I was like, that's interesting. And I was like, well, maybe the neighbor's outside. She's like, it sounded like it was really close. And I said, were you awake? She's like, yeah, I sat up in bed. And, all right. So the third night, my mom heard the talking again, right? And just so happens the moon was right, just making this chair just glow. So she walked towards the chair. It was coming from inside of the chair. And my mom got freaked out, and she took the chair and she pushed it out into the hallway, and she locked her door. And I mean, my bedroom was right across the way. So like, I was like, thanks, Mom, throwing me to the chair. Locked herself in the room, and then
She didn't throw the chair at you. But
I was.
So was like the
My
captain
room
of
was
the boat.
closed, but what's that?
Was like the captain of the boat attached to that chair? Was it like there a tragedy with that boat or something? Maybe.
Well,
Perhaps.
I don't think it was from a boat, but it looked like it would be. But so she put it out in the hallway, and then she shut her door. Like I said, locked it and got scared. And then she opened it again, and I opened my door, and I said, Mom, I hear talking from the hallway. And she's like, I hear talking from the hallway too. I'm like, Mom, who's talking in the hallway? And she's like, dude, it's the chair. I said, what? And we literally walked up to it, and we heard it. And
I have to ask.
then
No,
we just
you were
stared
young,
at
so.
it. We didn't know what to do. So I think we put it outside. Yeah, we put it outside. And it was like a full moon. It was bright. I just remember going outside.
Cheers, just talking to
putting it
itself all night
outside.
outside.
But it wasn't like, we really couldn't make out entirely what it was saying, but it sounded like a man just giving like speeches, like just talking, like just talking. And so the next day, my mom drove back to the yard sale and said, hey, I got to talk to you about the chair that I bought 3 days ago. The lady's, she says, is something wrong with it? Do you want your money back? She goes, no. She said, whose chair was that? She said, it was my dad's. And she said, was your dad a good man? And the lady said, yeah, he was wonderful. He passed away. And she goes, why? You know, it was getting kind of, ladies like looking at us like, why? So my mom says, because we've been hearing him talk every night the last 3 nights, and he goes on and on and on. What was he talking about all the time? So the lady, I remember, she said, we have a big family. We'd have big family get-togethers. And he would sit on that chair, the head of this long table, and he would just talk about what's going on with the family, what's going on in the world. And that was just our
Those
thing.
were probably some of his happiest memories.
Isn't
and
that
he was
cool?
reliving them over and over again. That was probably residual energy in that chair of all the good times that chair has seen. That's beautiful. That's a really cool story.
So the lady was like, "Would you want us to take it back?" My mom's like, "No." She's like, "I talked to one of my friends who is pretty knowledgeable on the paranormal. His name was Pete, and he passed away. But he was very into that kind of stuff, and he said, paint over it. Just paint the whole thing." He said, it'll close access, and maybe he can just, move on.
Hey, at least you didn't like say we brought in a demon hunter and they sent your father to hell or something.
No, they just simply painting over it is all you needed to do. So if you buy old furniture, guys, here's a tip. You buy old furniture and it starts talking to you, reupholster it.
Right, because then, like I said, it closed that access.
Yeah.
And who knows? He might have been happy stuck, but who knows? Who knows if he even was aware it was.
But now they obviously didn't hear anything, so it was because your mother, I'm guessing, is sensitive, similar to yourself.
Oh yeah, my mom is psychic. She's had some crazy stuff happen.
So yeah, so in the right hands, you were able to, like you said, relive, the moments and see all that.
What about unlocking it now? I wonder, like if,
another thing
want access.
I happen to know about Kelly is that she happens to, by luck, she works in a way that she encounters estates. And so you clean out estates and things like that from time to time. When you walk into those buildings, do you ever sometimes get a visit from the people who had lived there?
One. Yeah, I think that one. Jill was there too.
Yeah, I felt
that one felt
weird in that one.
Yeah,
and that's what I was wondering was if you felt weird in that one too.
Yeah, it just felt really.
I think it was an unspoken thing none of us said anything about.
Yeah, maybe because I was like, that probably other people feel that way too, or it's just normal. It just felt like, well, there was so much stuff there. Why would someone not be like watching their stuff just leave,
So guys, Jill is the daughter that was with me when we talked about the paranormal experience I had where we were on the freeway and we saw the young lady who was passing away from the motorcycle accident, and we saw her.
I don't think I remember that story.
Yeah, so this was on our last episode of this show. They
I'm gonna go back and binge.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and binge to get the whole story. But yeah, Jill was with me for that, and Jill experienced the same thing I did, or I would have thought I was just crazy. But I think Yeah, I think Jill had said something about that place having a vibe. And we were out at this estate helping Kelly. Sometimes we help Kelly out when we get a chance to with like cleaning up these estates. You just go in and,
So is
set
she
the
like a
scene, make it
repo man? She comes in and just be
no,
like, "You're
That makes
not
it
excavating."
really.
so cool.
Much nicer than that. She goes in there, cleans out the things so that the people don't have to go through their parents' things. They've
Yeah.
already gone through, picked out everything they want.
It's almost like
Kelly
a
goes through and
service. Almost like
yeah,
kind of like a
kind of
service. You come
salvages
in.
what's salvageable, gets
Yeah, and
gets
then we
rid of
made like a
garbage,
donate pile, and then
and then
You ever
sets
find
the
any like old
stage for the
books and
place to be
such?
sold, makes it look nice so that the place can
yeah,
be
pretty
sold.
much just take everything out, and then like there's like it
No,
wasn't a quick theme
you
and
get to
stuff.
like keep the stuff yourself?
If you wanted to, yeah. But then there was some things too that the company that we worked for, like expensive items, they would try to resell them, and all the donations went towards like Aces, Angels, different
So yeah, it was
like
a
Because I'm
really
just
local
thinking like
wonderful,
old books and
very
stuff, and
charitable way of dealing
who
with
knows what people
people's
keep.
somebody who's passed on things. So I was wondering how many times you've encountered spirits being as sensitive as you are doing that line of work.
honestly, hmm. Nothing comes to mind for those, but
That's got to be kind of relieving because I
strangely
know
enough,
the experience I had was unnerving. The couple of experiences I had were unnerving, but you seem to be more comfortable with it than I am too. To where if you did have those experiences, maybe it wouldn't alarm you as
I
badly.
think so. I think weird stuff happens to me every day, so I'm just like, well, what now?
Desensitized to it a little
Well,
bit.
there was a house that my boyfriend and I were just working on recently. That there was a guy shot himself in the house, and he died in the house. And this lady bought this. It was a trailer. It was the shooting that happened by GFS in that trailer park. Have you heard
Oh
that?
yeah,
Yeah. So the guy opened
you had
fire.
to clean that up.
Uh, we redid the whole place actually.
Okay.
Remodel. We remodeled it. We did.
Okay.
We did like painting. We did the like flooring and
Because as you've learned, if you paint over it,
yeah. Oh yeah,
seal the
right.
portal.
Hey, I think we might have closed that portal for her. But so
That's a
we were
wonderful
there
service.
just by
You should
ourselves.
offer that as a
Well,
service. Spiritual
portal closing
painting,
services.
portal
How may I
closing
help you?
service. I will
But yeah,
come and
Dan and I
cleanse
were
your
there,
home and paint
and
it, and you will
everything.
be
The
free.
lights were flickering, and they weren't flickering in like a normal way. They were flickering like Morse code patterns. And I was thinking, I should probably like learn this. Oh, he was a military. Yeah, Dan just said he was
so,
military.
so
So
it might
he.
have been Morse code.
Oh, he had a layer of weirdness now. So, and I remember I was
Probably
by
is a
myself.
weirdness.
Yeah, I was by myself in the back room, and so the lady that we were getting the place ready for, she was pretty talkative, and I don't think this guy liked people at all. So I think maybe he was like unhappy because I remember hearing a voice in my head saying, "Please don't leave me with her," because we were about done, and I heard that voice in my head, and I said, "Oh boy."
Ugh,
But yeah, everything was flickering in such a strange way.
that's
It was
odd.
strange, and we totally felt for a little while, and then I didn't.
So how often do you hear the voices that accompany these things? How often do you actually get the auditory?
Probably pretty. I mean, pretty rare, but when I do, it's like a it's like a feeling, you know. It's like
That
an
was the
odd
experience
communication.
that Jay and I had that I told them about on the freeway. It was more of a feeling than an actual
Yeah,
hearing. Like we knew this lady was laying on a lighter, on a blue lighter. She told
interesting.
us in her
Yeah.
pocket, and
Oh,
she was
that's
very uncomfortable, and she wanted us to tell the paramedics to move her off a blue lighter.
wow. That's so weird.
And I didn't want to tell them that because I didn't want to know if there was a blue lighter
Yeah.
in her pocket. I was too scared to find out, but not scared, just
Most
over.
likely, I would say there was, where it's so mundane that it's so like that. It's like of all the things in the world, it's like
Right,
that. It's probably there. Had she said
right.
something, you heard something else that was more Hollywoodish or more just
Yeah, yeah.
not so just ordinary.
My brains, because honestly, she was, severely
Yeah,
injured, and she was reaching for her brains.
But she probably did, like you said, the
But she
shock of
wasn't
knowing what's
thinking
happening.
about that. What she was thinking about was the lighter in her pocket, and her body was just probably reflex trying to put itself back together. I don't know. She was, oh, poor girl. That was an awful thing to see. There's a girl. She's so
There's a
pretty.
baby deer.
There's the baby deer.
That's great.
That's good. That baby deer has some sharp teeth.
Look how awesome it is. But my mom sees, a couple times, like she sees stuff and hears stuff. This is a quick story about her. She has premonitions, and it freaks out a lot of people. So she stopped talking about them, and she stopped telling people things that she saw. But she was a waitress, and someone walked in, and my mom saw on their forehead really big in like red writing, cancer, and like really big. And my mom says, I gotta say something. So she went up to the lady and she said, I don't know what's going on, but is there an issue with cancer with you? And she said, I just got diagnosed today. Why? And my mom goes, it's not going to kill you.
Oh,
And she goes, what? Well, how do you know this? She's like, I saw it. You're going to be okay. Like,
oh,
and then
to be
she
able
like
to
she
give
knew,
people that
she just
kind of
knows
hope.
stuff.
What a
She just
gift.
knows stuff.
So kind of like the opposite of the guy from The Frighteners. Instead of seeing your next to die, she's like giving some hope and some healing.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just Cookie is such a little blessing in this world. I can't wait.
Very
We will
cool.
bring her on. You'll have to do it from your house, I think, unless she's tech savvy. Is she tech savvy enough to get on something like this?
I could show her.
That would be awesome. She would be a great guest. She
Now,
would
when
be
I
really
was
fun to talk to.
when I was little, I remember there was one time she kept like telling me, why don't you ever close the kitchen cabinets at night? She said, it's just starting to annoy me that every morning I have to close every upper cabinet every morning. And I said, I can't. I was like 8. I said 6. I said, I can't even reach the top cabinets. Why would I be doing this every night? And she said, are you kidding me? And I said, Mom, I'm going to lock myself in my room. And I did. And they were still all open. And
So,
I was like,
yeah.
and then she apologized. She said, well, something's messing with us again.
We did have, I didn't share this one. I'll share this one because this is a new haunting story. When we lived on Perth in Madison, we had this little yellow beach house there, cute little house, and it was owned by an older couple. The old lady had passed away there, and the old man had been put in a nursing home, and he passed away ultimately at the nursing home, and it was an estate sale type situation. We got the house, and in the kitchen was one of those old-fashioned 50s stoves that was installed in the wall. And one day it started to ding. So I unplugged it, and it continued to ding.
Oh.
Like, we had to leave the house for several hours, and eventually it quit dinging, and the kitchen door would often slam shut and lock. One time my kid was throwing a tantrum, went out to the porch to pout. The door slammed shut behind her and locked, and she thought I locked her out of the house and went down to her grandmother's house down the street, told grandma I locked her out of the house. And I was like, I didn't do it. The ghost did. Nobody's going to believe me. CPS will never believe me if I tell them I locked my kid out of the house.
Right. They won't believe you.
They're going to be like, this lady's 17 shades. Sure. But yeah, I would do it all the time right in front of your face. We would be playing cards in the kitchen. And we'd have friends over, and friends would see this happen. You would see the door just slam shut, and you'd hear click, click, and it would lock. And they'd be like, what the fuck is that? Parlor trick bullshit, Danny. And it's, the ghost of the house. What can I say? It was only the kitchen door and the oven.
That's so odd.
That was her domain.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah, it was odd. And if we had a phone plugged in, there was a kitchen phone outlet. We never kept a phone plugged into it because if you plugged a phone into it, it would just ring.
Well, that's awesome. Could you ever get anything on the line? Nothing?
No. You pick it up.
Even with you know how even
you hang it up, it rings again.
But I bet even if you use today's recording devices, maybe you would have gotten something.
Maybe
really
we could have picked up an EVP off of it.
Now, today, yeah.
Yeah. But back then, I wasn't even interested in picking up an EVP off it. I
You
just
were
wanted
trying to like
stuff.
fucking live a normal life and get on with the
Yeah,
day.
children and shit. And I was just like, never mind. We don't need a house phone. And that was the same house that the creepy phone came back to. The
The
creepy
one that
toy
you
phone.
kept, the toy phone. Maybe it was trying to tell you, answer the damn phone.
Maybe there was something to that. I mean, it was really definitely a phone message going on there. But so
You probably still don't own a house. You probably never got a house phone again after that. You probably like,
Right.
I'm done with landlines.
So Kelly, did you have any from ghosts that you actually seen, like seen ghosts?
Not like fully. Well, not that I know were ghosts. There's been many times where I
You've
thought
seen-
something might not have been there, and
Well, like we were talking, like sometimes ghosts don't show up like we would think apparitions. They could look like a full spirited, full person.
What are these?
You saw the girl in the attic there at the haunted
Exactly.
house, and it was just like a normal person, like just maybe
So
character.
what are the pictures that you sent us?
You got them?
Yeah, Vic, did you get those pictures? Victor, did you get those pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's loading them. There we are. What is this?
Whoa,
What are
whoa,
we
whoa,
looking
wait, easy with the whip crack in here.
at? Sorry,
I
it was
understand.
probably delayed. I think it was just delayed on my end, but
Jeez.
dominatrix has to
She,
dominate.
she just keeps us all in line. It's
Gotta
a
keep
clock
it all in
running,
line.
Vic.
The only one with the whip is Daddy's right here.
Okay. I have two. I outnumber you.
You have two whips and two daddies.
I probably have two daddies too. I probably have multiple dads.
Y'all.
You're
Yeah, but
all
those are
my
the rest.
father, and you're
They're
all
not
my
the best.
children. You're everybody.
You're all my children.
Yes, see?
We're
We
all
are
one.
many. We are legion.
We are legion.
Okay,
So
am
what
I
are we looking at
here? You go back to that first one. I see an apparition, perhaps, or maybe a dirty lens. But
Doesn't
then I
look
look like I see a face. I see it like almost a child's face on
I
the
know.
light.
My mom has seen a ghost at Quill Hollow, that hotel. That it's closed down now, but actually, a young girl died there in the pool, and they had to close their whole pool down. And my mom had seen her running through the hallways, like at night, because my mom would close up the place, so she'd be there. So she would see a young girl running around, having a good time, and just I don't know. She started to be okay with it, and then I was taking a picture to show my friend because we were staying there, Brandy and I took a picture. I said, "Hey, it's raining out a little bit," or just something about the weather. And then I looked at the picture and I saw this wild looking face in it. I sent it to her and she said, "Thanks for the jump scare. What is that?" And I was like, "What is
You have the original photo?
That's the original photo."
No, but I mean that's on like a post. You actually have the original
Yeah.
photo?
Mm-hmm.
Could you
Probably.
send that to
Oh, it's
could you
probably-
send that to
it's
Zoom?
like-
Like
I'll
I
have
would
to
love
find it.
if you can, or even that, because I would love to fucking like play with the contrast and see if I can see other
Pull out
things in
detail.
You can always
Yeah.
screenshot it from that because that was from probably like 8 phones ago. So I'd have to find the phone, but I'll definitely try.
I will definitely. I mean, I'm zooming in right now, and I mean
It's pretty
that's clear as day. It almost looks like a person holding a head.
That's what I was
It
gonna
kinda
say.
does.
It looks like a body holding a head.
That's even weirder.
Yes.
Oh, actually, a lot of people died there, though. My mom remembers. I mean, I would hang out there more than I would be at home because we didn't have anyone to watch me a lot. So I would bring my computer and stuff, and I would actually just walk around this hotel. And there was always security, so the security always knew where I was, and I'd always check in. But I just wandered around, like the below parts of the hotel, like the pool area, the golf course. Like it was a very creepy place, and I think that's how I grew up a little weird because I was always like alone in weird spots, and I always like, I have memories, and I'm not sure if they're, real memories or if I enhance them, but as a young person, I mean, I think you're more open to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, children definitely perceive more than we do.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before too. And what is the next picture that we had?
The next one, I was sleeping in my office at the Agora, and I had my door closed. It was like this big door, as you see on the right, and I heard like well, I had a late night shift, and then I had to work in the morning, so I was like, I just slept on the stage. So I remember I just heard like odd little voices, and I felt like someone was like in my room, and I took a picture because I was in the dark, like I was in like the pitch black. And I think I meant to like put my camera on, but I took a picture instead. So it flashed, and I got this picture, and I see like 3 faces, and the Agora is very haunted.
I'm trying to see what I can see now. Right now, I'm not seeing
Oh, I kind of
anything.
I see one of the faces. Oh no,
In the
I see all
middle.
3 of them. They're
There's
all in
like
the
Wait,
3.
middle.
I see one now. The first one looks like almost like a doll's face
It looks
with
like a
the
Yeah.
doll's
like
face. I
long
know.
curly
And
hair.
then
The last
behind it is
thing.
like a weird clown face that makes me
I know.
real uncomfortable.
I know. I don't like that.
And then off to the side looks like some sort of Jason mask
I
almost.
see the
Or
Jason mask. I'm
Oh,
not
geez, I
really
didn't even
seeing
see
the
that.
clown.
Oh boy, it's
I
more than I
don't see
thought.
the
they
clown.
look
I
like they're
see the
playing a
Jason.
prank on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of them are dressed up as Hollywood scary
That's actually
characters. One of them looks like
wild to think
Chucky.
of it that way.
I was gonna say that the one with the hair is almost looks like Chucky.
Yeah, there's like a Chucky, an It, and like a Jason.
I'm not
Or
seeing the Pennywise though, but yeah.
behind
Well,
Chucky,
it kind of
you
had
see the red
Pennywise
hair
vibe.
and the bald
Oh yeah,
head.
yeah. Now I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a cool way to look at it. I'm gonna inspect it and
But yeah,
re-look at it that way.
I see faces. But we're also programmed to see faces and everything that we look at. So,
Pareidolia, right?
yeah, like we're
Well,
we're
yeah,
programmed to
Pareidolia.
see
our
faces.
brain can make sense of things, and it just has like we talked about that has a really good does a good job of connecting dots. I mean, you can see black and white photos that have things in place in key, and all of a sudden it looks color.
Right.
There's all sorts of tricks that our brain is
The
tricked to
black and
doing.
gold, the black and purple, or the golden purple dress. Do you remember that a few
I mean,
years
how
back?
many times have
I
people
didn't.
just,
I understand that.
humanity has
I
stared
saw
at the
both.
clouds for
You had to
ages.
stare at it for a long time, and if you stared at it a certain way until your eyes lost focus, you could see the gold and white.
That's like
Otherwise, it looked to me like a black and purple dress.
crazy. I only saw the golden and white.
Yeah, I saw the black and purple normally.
Crazy. That's
And
so.
then and then when I would look at it and stare at it for a really long time and let my eyes just kind of go lazy, I would see the white and gold and be like,
That
"Oh, there it is."
makes me wonder if everyone's eyes really are different, and like my purple isn't your purple.
Well, it's not so
thought
much
that
your eyes;
before.
it's your brain. What's your brain? What is
Yeah,
your brain's definition of the color blue?
I like it.
exactly. Is my blue the same as your blue, or are we totally looking at different things and we've just been taught to call it blue?
We're calling it blue because that's the shade, but is our shade blues the same? Probably not.
What we were taught to
Everybody
call
sees
it.
an individual
What you
shade.
perceive when you hold up a blue crayon is what you were taught to call blue. But
Yeah,
what if
let
what
me
you
ask you: when you're
see
not looking, when you're
is
not looking at
magenta?
when you're not looking at the crayon, is it still blue?
Is it still? Yeah, I think it's still blue when you're not looking. Well,
Because there's a whole theory of it, like things just stop
that's like
existing when
interesting.
you don't look at them or don't pay attention to them.
Well, of course, that's object permanence. We all know that after the age of like 6 months, we all know that things continue to exist when you can't see them.
You'll be surprised though how many people believe that they don't, or they change, or
That's the same people who believe that the Earth is flat.
There's many people that still believe in that too, and then there's
I know.
people that believe in ghosts that say it's all hoax. I mean, there's
The
people
moon's
that
flat.
believe in all sorts of things.
I'm a
The
flat
moon is
mooner.
flat.
I'm a flat mooner.
You're a flat mooner?
Yeah.
The moon is a coin.
Oh yeah.
It's just it's a light that's been placed in the sky that they
Yep.
turn on at nighttime.
There's no way we got to the moon. We can't even unlock files. Never mind go to a moon. Like, come on. We don't even know how to work computers yet. We're still in the freaking Game Boy era.
So tell me about the Agora. What is the creepiest experience you've had at the Agora?
Oh,
Wait, is that suicide forest in Japan?
No, the Agora is
Oh, okay.
actually a concert venue here in Ohio that's very, very popular.
about
A lot of
120
big
years
bands
old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
120 years old?
Yeah, it used to be an old theater. And it used to have one of those big, drapes like that went across the whole stage.
Yeah, the vaudeville stages.
Yeah, that stage is super old. There has been so much activity on that. Think about it. I think it's still.
Yeah.
I think part of the original stage will always be there. So just imagine that 120 years of
Energy.
people,
High energy.
high energy. So I mean, yeah, concert venues are probably a pretty haunted place when you think about it, just because of the energy itself there. But
Right.
there was we had Post Malone come through, and I was talking to him because I guess he's really into ghosts. So we were talking, and I said, dude, this place is definitely haunted. I said, why don't you creep around? He goes, well, will you come with me? I don't want to go by myself. I said, sure, of course. I said, I'll show you
So
some
you're
of my.
ghost hunting with Post Malone.
Yeah, and and his bodyguard, and and it was funny because the bodyguard was like not so into it. He was nervous. He was nervous, and I said, he can stay. Like if he's nervous, he doesn't have to come. He goes, no, I'm trying to make him like into this stuff so we could talk about this kind of stuff. I said, oh, okay. So we went into the basement. This was after the show, and went in the basement, and I told them, both of them, I said, download this app. It's called Ghost Radar. And so we downloaded it, and we went down. Well, there's this one room where there's a chalk drawing of the drummer of, I think, Led Zeppelin made a chalk drawing, and it's just like a weird room down there. So we went in this weird room and sat on the floor, and it was just this weird coldness down there. And it was not like a cold day, so it was just odd to begin with. And I was like, oh, this is the spot. Let's sit. We're gonna sit here. So we sat just like in a little triangle, and there was a little bit of light, but not really. It was pretty dark. And I said, let's turn our apps on. So I said, I don't know. I've done this before with this app with other people, and I said, I think this app truly can like have spirits talk. You should try it out. I'll send you some info. But
Yeah.
so we put our phones by each other, and he started talking, just saying like, if any spirits are here, he's like, hi, my name's Austin. I would like to talk to anyone that wants to talk to us. He said, we're all very open and we're all good people. And he said, let's have a conversation. And he was smoking a joint, of course. And
He's Post Malone.
and right when he said that about, we'd like to talk and have a conversation. Let's open. Let's talk. His smoke was going like, it just, how smoke rises normally. It just went horizontal. It just switched and it went horizontal right through us. And he smacks me. He goes, oh, did you see that too? I said, I see it. The smoke went straight in like
The straight line.
Yeah. And then it just kind of went away. It just kind of went like up in the air and just dissipated. And then our phone started dinging, and it said, I wish I remember the name. But each of our phones, you could say one, like the app can say one word at a time. So a word will pop up, and then there's like a little dot on the app. It'll show if there's supposedly, it'll show if there's a spirit. So right when that smoke cleared, we all got a big red dot right where we were sitting on all of our phones. Oh, I just got chills thinking about it.
Oh,
It was so cool. And he, like I said, he smacked me. He goes, "Are you seeing this?" I said, "Of course I'm seeing this." And then he goes, he's like, "Well, hello." He's like, who's here? Who's with us? He was awesome, man. And he was talking like, he said, I've never done this kind of stuff before. So he said, I'm not trying to offend anyone or ask too many questions. And there was, our phones kept saying different words. And it actually said a girl's name. And it was talking about like cold. It said cold down here. And I was like, it is cold down here. I know. And we just had it. Everything just kept coming up. And everything was making sense. Like what, why with 3 phones next to each other, we're not, I mean, maybe in the same network, I guess, but it's just odd that the words that popped up made sense with
They
each other.
went in a row, like
Yeah,
consecutively. Like
yeah,
it made a sentence
like
out
it
of each
made
of your
sense.
phones.
Yeah, and maybe proximity, and maybe it has.
It's cold down here.
Yes, yeah. And
That's
after I
cool.
just said we're gonna sit here, it's cold down here, and it said cold, cold down.
Cold down here. That's
Yeah,
neat.
and it
That
had a
is
name,
really
and then
cool.
it told us the age. She said, um, I think she actually even said, "Nice meet you."
Nice meet
Like
you.
like
Nice
didn't say
meet
nice because it said 3 phones. It's like nice meet you, and it
That's
just kept saying
cool.
these odd things that he goes, well, there's no question. He said, we're definitely talking to someone down here, and then he kind of said, now why are you still here? Like why? And I wish I could remember. One day I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna say, hey, we have to do this again. And
Yeah.
well, before he left, he said, hey, can I come back and just like stay for like 2 nights? I said, yeah, of course. And then he literally blew up. He got so big right after this show that he did in Cleveland that he would never play a venue as small as the Agora again. He sells out Blossom and
Yeah.
Amphitheater.
Yeah,
So
now it's
he
totally
never came,
different game.
but I was really looking forward to if that happened. And because
Kelly's worked with a
he said, you
lot
got
of celebrities. Is that the the is that the most standout celebrity story you have, or do you have other experiences that were creepy with celebrities besides Post Malone?
see. Honestly, he was the only one that
That
ever
you went
talked
most
to me
over?
about ghosts ever, I think.
I wonder, has your
Did he
mom
ever?
ever gotten a vibe off any celebrity that your mom has met? Because your mom's met some of these celebrities with you. Has she ever
Your
gotten
mom,
a
technically, your
weird
mom
vibe?
can tell us which one has visited the island, right?
I don't think anyone I've ever met is like that.
Yeah, no, those wouldn't be Kelly's kind of people. I think
Yeah, a little bit
Kelly would
like
pick up that vibe and be like, "No, man."
Animals
like
would
the ones that I
either.
worked with weren't like these massive
That's what the wild. That's what the
you know.
wild boars are for.
I think
Just
the massive stars are more likely to
Apt to
be
be those
invited to these kind of parties.
right,
But
right.
I guess
I don't
Post
know. You'd
Malone
be
was he's
surprised how
big now.
many invites we get on the podcast level. These kind of parties. It's wild to think, but it happens.
I get all kinds of wild invitations for all sorts of crazy things that some of them I go and do, and some of them I don't.
I used I used
Just
to
go
go. I
in,
don't like it.
fucking. You should just go in head first, guns blazing, fucking whatever it is, it is. Be like, I'm here.
Well, Kelly, that was really fun. I really appreciate you taking the time today to like come out and share a fistful of those stories with us. Do you have anything that stands out that you really wanted to talk about?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say. Dan reminded me just the other night he saw an apparition in the house. I didn't
Oh,
see it. So it's not my story, but we've been hearing a lot of just odd stuff. Like I heard, okay, when my dog jumps off this dresser, it just sounds like a dog jumping from a tall up dresser onto the ground. Her little chain jingles and her back feet hit. It's just, I know that sound,
Yeah.
and I heard that
I
sound, and
think
I
so.
looked, and she was just sitting next to me, and then I was walking, and I heard something in the kitchen moving, like falling. Nothing fell, and then the other night we heard this huge thud, like huge thud. It woke us both up, and it was so long and vibrating that like after I kind of woke up, I still heard it. Usually you hear something in your sleep, and
Yeah.
it's like by the time you're up, you don't even know what
Done.
you heard.
Yeah.
But Dan and I both heard it, so he saw, like you don't know what the house looks like, but there's a hallway with like a microwave, and he was looking out from the bedroom, and he said he saw like a man with a tan jacket in the kitchen walking down the hallway. But fast, right? Kind of fast.
Huh.
Like really quick. But the house that we're in, we think was an old trolley station because it still has the trolley tracks up front. And
Oh, that's cool.
half of the house is an addition. So it was just a very small, like, station with a big porch with big pillars. And then the front room is just like windows and a door, and the rest looks like it was like an add-on. But there's probably a lot of history here, and every time we go outside at night, I feel like I just hear something, just something weird. Like I hear voices
Probably
in the
again
woods.
one of those places where when there's high activity, and a lot of different variety of people passing through, that
Well,
high
look at
energy I
strange-
think remains.
Everybody has a story, and like some of their stories are even in those very spots.
Yeah,
Somebody
some of
could have
them-
had like a heart attack. Somebody could have died right where
Right,
you're sitting, right where your kitchen is.
Yeah, right. Well, there's train tracks right outside of the house. Like,
Somebody could have been on a train. Somebody
and
could have,
people
you
get
know.
hit by trains in Geneva all
Oh,
the time. Weirdly,
know.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
there was
I know.
one night.
happens
Oh,
in
yeah.
Geneva a lot.
Well,
Weirdly,
Dan actually, I think, stopped someone from doing that on the train tracks. He called the police because there was a woman standing on the train tracks, just screaming at the sky and
yeah,
waving her
Geneva's
arms.
a depressing little town
Yeah,
sometimes.
so I think he saved some lady, and the cops came and got her off the train tracks. But there's another random memory. We were out in the hot tub just this summer on our porch, and like I said, there's our porch, there's a road, there's a little bit of trees, and then there's a train tracks. They're right there, they're right there, and we actually heard like an Indian song.
Okay.
Literally like a
Oh.
woman, I'm not even gonna try to make that noise because I will sound awful and someone will use it in a quote against me. But it sounded. I wish I could make the sound, but it's almost in like a Pocahontas type movie. When they're making like a call, like a wild call, and it
Like
went,
a Native American Indian sound.
Yeah,
yeah, like when they're about to, I don't know. It just sounded
the
magical.
war cry.
Was it a war cry?
It sounded like a shaman or a witch, but we heard the voice whipping through the wind and down the train tracks, traveling down the train tracks, and we were both just, what was that? Like, I remember we were in the hot tub, and we just like, should we? I was like, don't move. I was like, but it was nobody. It was not like, I was like, don't move. Like, this could be bad, like something bad. I don't want to be seen. There's certain nights of the year where I know, like, in different lore, different history, like, don't go outside after a certain time. If you hear a whistle, don't whistle back.
Don't move.
Like,
Yeah, don't
So
whistle back.
people follow the superstitions around there. They follow the omens and the warnings and heed them.
Yeah, you're not supposed to call back when you hear noises in the woods.
That was really cool, though.
Unless you hear a random whoop whoop, then you give the whoop whoop back. Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's for the Bigfoot.
What, Bigfoot's a juggalo? I didn't know.
Bigfoot's a juggalo.
Now I know.
That solves the mystery of Bigfoot right there.
Right there,
He's just a
there's the
juggalo with
answer.
big feet.
You just need to shave and
smells
shower.
bad. He smells
You
bad. He's
just
extra
need to
hairy.
shave and shower.
Whoop, whoop.
It matches. He goes whoop whoop. All of it adds up.
That's why no one's found Sasquatch yet. No one's whooped in the woods.
Yes, no one's whooped in the woods. No one's went out there and played one of their albums. And I bet he would.
Vic, I want you to go out there tonight. Take your shirt off and go whoop whoop in the woods.
Not it. Not it. Who's next?
Not me.
Oh, you got to do it then.
It's cold outside.
No, I said Vic.
Asmo.
I said Vic.
Vic's
I
going
want Vic.
outside,
Oh,
and
Vic.
he's gonna brave
I
the
want
cold
Big
air.
Daddy Vic to do it. If anybody's gonna go
You go
man to man with
whooping in the
Bigfoot,
woods.
it's Big Daddy Vic.
But
So we do it right now. Are you serious?
we've
I don't
solved the
think his,
mystery of Bigfoot
yes.
on this episode. We now know that it's just a juggalo out.
Just an
in-
ICP fan just chilling.
It's just an ICP fan.
Not bad.
He's going. He's going.
We can't hear
Yes,
Vic.
he's
Why can't we hear
going.
Vic? We see him stripping, but we can't hear him.
I know.
He's the silent stripper.
It's a silent performance.
No, I think
That's
he's gonna
why, 'cause
go.
he's-
He's gonna go outside and
he's
whoop
lower
in the
than mine.
woods. He's listening.
He's probably
to
been
me.
talking this whole
What do
time.
we do? Get my phone?
There you are. Now we can hear you.
Are you on your phone or you got your
No,
laptop?
on my desktop.
I still can't.
Desktop.
My
Oh, you
desktop.
still can't hear Victor?
No, I haven't heard him this whole time. I thought he was
Oh
just stripping
wow!
this whole time.
I'm a,
No,
I'm
he
a
hasn't
mute.
said any. He hasn't said anything. He
He's
didn't
been
get a
quiet
chance to
this whole
talk.
time.
He didn't get a chance to talk, Zool. Nobody gave him a chance.
Oh, you gotta interrupt. Just butt in.
It's an aggressive show. Everybody's like a
An
fucking
aggressive
dog
show.
and dog world over here.
I'm just sitting back going,
But we
Do
hope
you
Probably
have,
like all
you have
three is a
questions for
fucking.
Kelly
You
that
know
we
what
can
he's probably
translate
thinking is all three is just crazy and stoned. Like
since
this
she
one's
can't
talking
hear
to
you?
animals. This one's wearing horns. He's fucking dressed as a rabbi. Like fuck it. This is crazy. I'm out of here.
Dressed as a rabbi.
Rabbi.
you know I think the dogs have been kind of seeing something too. Just bringing that up, you know how Dan.
Oh
just,
yeah, your dogs are probably really sensitive to what
Well,
they
yeah, just
animals, I think,
their
are sensitive in
wild
general. Like I
instinct.
think animals in general, they're always the first to know things are going to happen. Earthquakes, storms. They bark at the bad people. They know much more than like us.
Yeah, they're smart. They're very
well, I
intuitive.
think Roxy's a demon, and for sure something. For sure, she's a trickster spirit or something. For sure.
Trickster spirit.
Yeah, that's what they. That's a, you know, I've looked that up about coyotes. Like they represent like the trickster spirit, which
That
is
makes sense.
yeah,
They're
and,
little demons. They're
right.
little demon dogs.
But everything in my mom's house actually kind of stopped when I got Scythe. He was my first wolf dog, and I feel like he was into. I don't know, maybe he just had a different. He walked between realms or something. He was a very cool dog. Very.
Yeah, he was beautiful.
He was
Big
awesome.
black wolf. He was
Yeah, and he had
gorgeous.
a little white on him, and just
Absolutely
beautiful,
stunning
beautiful boy.
animal.
And I
Like-
think my mom noticed that too. Once we got him, like nothing happened ever again in the house. Nothing. Very weird.
Like the protector between realms. Maybe
I
an
always called him
intimidating
that.
spirit.
I always said Scythe the protector.
I think he's still with you, protecting you. Honestly,
I think so. Actually, I think he is Phantom. I think he's my other dog because if I look at pictures of them side by side, they kind of look the same. And I always felt a familiarity with Phantom. Like, and my mom.
Phantom stays with your mom and takes
Yeah.
care of your mom now.
Yeah. And my mom keeps saying, "Who are you? You remind me of someone. Who are you?" And she's like, "Are you the spirit of my grandma? Are you the spirit
Phantom
of my
is
dad?"
the wolf dog, and
She's gray
and-
and black.
gray and black, yeah.
Yeah.
And
The other half.
and Roxy is the coyote.
Yeah. So Roxy brings the wild energy here, and Phantom brings like the calm, just peaceful.
There's a
but
significant
brutal.
difference between coyote behavior and wolf behavior.
Yes, absolutely, completely different. But Roxy also has wolf in her as well, so she's just a confused mix. And that's why she's so anxious, and she's on Prozac, so it's helped her a little bit, but she's still pretty nutso. So yeah, we saw her and Dan's dog Memphis, who is a Norwegian Elkhound mix.
He's
we were
gorgeous.
looking at them. He is a beautiful boy,
He's
and
a beautiful dog.
he added to the family.
They love this cold
so well.
weather, both of them.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure.
But
They're
we were,
like ready to be outside, but the rest of us want to hibernate. It's hibernation season.
Yeah.
I'm with like half of like the bear community. We should be hibernating and sleeping in the winter,
Yes,
not doing
that's how
so
I
much.
feel. I agree 100%. We are too hairless.
Oh yeah,
to be
we're
awake.
for sure. I say that all the time. I was like, there's no way that we're like
We're
you know,
not
meant to
designed
be
for
here.
this.
We're
shit.
not meant to be here. We're so pink and weird
Yes.
that
What
we're gonna
is
shrivel
this
up.
fleshiness? We're so fleshy, and other animals.
Okay,
are
we
not.
don't have the hair to be whomping in the fucking forest.
be
Yeah,
like,
skin
we're meant
monkeys.
to be in somewhere
We're
hibernating. till
weird
the
skin
summer.
monkeys.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Tailless, weird skin.
We're
ape.
hairless monkeys, basically. And that's what we are now.
De-evolved apes.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah, we saw the dogs on a Ring camera just yesterday. Like they were definitely staring at something, which creeped us out because I'm like, man, we're not even close to home. I was like, I gotta get home. And then Dan was looking at the camera and he swear he saw the door like wiggle, like the door was like trying to
that's so
open,
creepy.
and the dogs were staring at it on the camera, which, like I said, I
That's
was like, I
interesting.
don't like that. And then the last week, Roxy has been acting like she doesn't know us. She was acting really weird, like something happened and like her brain got like switched, and
Really?
she was
Yeah, you
afraid of
took
us.
her to the vet over that you
I
were
did.
saying.
I took her to the vet and they gave her some pills to calm her stomach, but I'm like, it couldn't have been because she ate like some chicken wings. Something was different. Something like changed her a little bit, and
She's nervous about
she's
something.
just coming back.
Something's around that she
Yeah,
doesn't
she's just coming
like.
back today. Today she's back to
Maybe it was something that was following you that she could see and sense and didn't
Oh, yeah.
want to be around.
Dan just said that last night in Memphis, the other dog he didn't want to come out of the bedroom, and he's a tough boy. He will be first in line if anyone shows up on the property to guard his people and his little girl Roxy. But he was afraid to come out of the bedroom last night, and I kept saying, "Hey, come on, it's okay." I put the lights on. I said, "Come on, you can come out," and he didn't. It was odd. Now that I think about it. So we're definitely going to pay attention. And Dan's like, "Where's the sage? We need to sage the house."
Yeah.
But we're just wondering like what's going on. And I'm starting to find like duplicates of things. I talked to my mom today about it. Like just odd things that I know I didn't. Like, why would I buy 2 of the same pair of sunglasses? Like, why would I buy 2 of the same exact mugs?
Like a glitch in the Matrix?
Like,
kind of thing?
Yeah, you're glitching in and out. You're going into maybe that's the issue with your dog. Maybe it was like it jumped into another reality and another dog just
I don't doubt
replaced
that
it.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
like
might be
you're in a
doing
weird
the same
glitch in the
thing.
Matrix.
Even if it's for the moment in time of buying something,
Or
you end
you
up
have a
now with 2 of the
doppelganger.
same. Or you do have a doppelganger, that too. Oh, I do love a good I do love good doppelganger stuff, especially with mirrors and stuff, because I really do believe we all have a shadow person of ourselves that is out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Out there or in you. You could be. When I was young, I was tested for, it was called duo personality. I was the youngest person to ever be tested for that. Duo personality, like 2 opposite personalities in one. And I'm still totally 100%. I'm Hello Kitty, and then I'm Death and Goth, so it's like
she is totally
I have remained that.
She is the cutest goth girl I've ever seen. she's thoroughly goth and pink and bubblegum all at the same time. It's adorable.
Yeah, but that I think I don't know. That kind of goes with goth, though. The goth, even the darkest people have like a little bit of a happy side.
But most don't let that happen, though.
I'm very not bubblegum. This is the pinkest thing I own. And it says elder emo on it.
Oh, that's adorable.
It wasn't a phase.
It wasn't a phase. No, it's not a phase.
All right. Well, we're heading up to almost 9. Well, we're passing 9:20 here. So, do we want to call it at this time?
Yeah.
Or does Vic have anything that he wants to add and ask?
The state rests.
I wish I could hear him. Someone translate.
He said the rests.
The state rests.
He's at a legal proceeding. He's like presiding Judge Wapner over
He's
there.
proceeding over this whole thing, and he rests his case.
Well, I see he buttoned his shirt up, so the state breasts. No longer breasts.
The state breasts.
No longer. No longer. We are
state breasts no longer.
Oh, I meant to say that that intro that you guys have for this podcast about a lady on a bridge.
Oh yes,
the first thing I meant to say, that there was a place in so my friends lived in Southern Ohio, like down by New Philadelphia, Carrollton, and it's a really creepy area, and I just loved it because everything was spooky. They were always talking about skinwalkers when I was young. We were always trying to see aliens, like the property that their family owned was like 60 miles, not acres,
nice,
like miles, and we just walked at night, and I don't know, I was never scared of anything, and I mean, my friends and I have always been the scariest thing in the woods, so I'm like, why would I be scared, So we were always like, we were always looking for trouble. Like we went, we heard that there was this bridge that a woman like died on or committed suicide, and I didn't hear the story until we were driving to the bridge to drop off one of our other friends, and it was late at night. And we drove by the bridge, and right after he said that, his friend, my friend's name was Fritz, and Fritz told me the story about the woman. And he said, yeah, I've driven through here at night. And he said, I swear I've heard knocking on my car, because it's like 20 mile probably go over this bridge. You go slow. And I was like, well, couldn't it have been like a branch? He was like, a branch on a bridge, really? I was like, okay, whatever. And he said, every time I've come through, I've always had some weird feeling or something. He said, let's see what we got today. I was like, is this the bridge? He was like, this is the bridge. So we went through, and strangely enough, like this big mist cloud just covers the car completely. It was this old old car, like in a farmland. Just imagine that creepy vibe, like cornfield.
Yep.
Just
Ooh.
paint the picture, creepy already. So yeah, the mist just covers the car. We come on the other side of the bridge, and there were handprints all over the front window.
Nice.
But it and Fritz looked at me. He said, "Did you just do that?" He said, "Did you just do that?" I said, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Look at those tiny handprints on there." He said, "Did you just like quickly do that?" I said, "No. How would I have gotten out of the car and done that?" And he goes,
Yeah.
"Well, what the heck?" He's like, where are those from?" And I said,
From
and
out there.
we're all looking at each other like, whoa, what just happened? And it's like we all just felt like we went through this weird, like almost like a portal, but we came out on the other side of the bridge and out of the darkness, and we all put our hands up to where the prints were, and none of our hands matched. And it was just such a weird vibe. And it was
Yeah,
right
that's
after
a
we
weird
told that
thing.
story. I'll have to ask what bridge that was,
That's
because
spooky. Yeah, find out the bridge. I'd be
Find out the
interested to
name of
find
that
more
bridge.
about it.
there's
Put a
also a
big
place
comment.
called Gore Orphanage. You know that road?
Gore Orphanage.
Do you know
No.
that?
That's always
You'll have
fun,
to
isn't it?
look that up and do some research on Gore Orphanage.
Oh,
It's
look
actually
at
a
that.
road name. It's a
So
road
road
name.
Haunted or
name?
a
Isn't that
haunted-
crazy?
Gore Orphanage.
Is it a real orphanage or that's the
Is
road?
it out here in
I guess
Ohio?
there was, and it burnt down.
Oh, that's
It's out here in
nice.
Ohio.
But why would they name a street after a tragedy like that? That's strange. You know what I mean?
Because why not? It's America.
It's probably
We
like
love
Al
tragedy.
Gore.
Maybe.
It's probably like the guy's last name was Gore.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Al Gore's orphanage.
Al Gore's Orphanage.
Could have
They all
been.
did.
Was
I
he
guess.
on the list? Maybe not. Now we're connecting the dots.
Now we've got Al Gore on the list. He had an orphanage.
He was never saving the climate. See, I knew it was a
Fuck
farce.
Epstein's Island. We know what Al Gore did. He
Make
had an
Everybody
orphanage.
was looking at global warming, and everybody was worrying over here. And we had an orphanage over here, and
Of Gore.
then we had to burn it down in Ohio.
Is Gore
I
Orphanage
love
in
it.
Ohio?
I think it's if you're heading towards like Toledo, Bowling Green. I used to go to the goth nights out there, and whenever we'd be on the way, we'd be like, "Are we at Gore Orphanage yet?" And we're like, "There it is!" And I think we just metal scream out the window at the road sign.
Nice. I'll have to
So
look
it's
that
towards,
up. Gore
yeah, it's
Orphanage.
towards Toledo way.
Out towards Toledo.
But I heard that you can hear a lot of odd stuff in that area.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know the story. I should look into the story. It'd be interesting to revisit that. It's been a long time since I've seen that sign.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But who knows if it's actually like written down.
You are a wealth of eerie shit. I love it.
Not at all.
Stay creepy,
Love it.
friend.
Stay creepy, my friend. That is awesome.
Yeah,
That's-
these
been-
woods that we live by. I mean, there's always something. I swear, whenever
There's
either of us go
something spooky to
outside,
do.
I know. Oh, there was one night Dan and I were looking at the woods out here, and I know we saw like a tree spirit jump from tree to tree, like it almost looked like an imp. You know what an imp is?
Yeah.
Like, and it absorbed into the tree.
Do
and
you think it was an imp, or could it have been one of
made
the
the tree
wild
bark.
monkeys?
It
that
made
are
it
in
like,
Ohio?
formed into the tree bark,
Oh, well, then that wasn't
like
a wild monkey.
like a tree spirit. It was. Dan saw it too.
Well, if Dan saw it too, then
You're in
more
a
like-
whole new magical world, I have to say.
Ohio's a weird place. It's
I think
full
I've always been in the magical kind of world,
yeah.
more
Probably
so
love
than
that
the regular.
Ohio. You're a magical soul.
Vic, do you have any imps around?
Do I have any imps around? I have reptilians around
Wish
here.
I could
We
hear. him.
talked about the imp that was in my house already on the last episode. We talked about the sticky demon.
We have,
I'll have to go
we have
listen
reptilians. We don't have imps.
I want
That'll
gins
work.
and I want gins and a frites. I need wishes.
Yeah, I want a gin. Isn't that what it's
Exactly. I
called?
will be good to the gin if the gin's good to me.
Yes. I
That
want
makes me
three
want to watch
wishes.
The Witcher. Have you seen that?
Yes, I
Witcher?
love The Witcher.
Yeah, the thing is about it.
Good.
It's a good show. You haven't seen The Witcher?
Isn't it based off a game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played the game. I haven't watched the show. but I
Yeah,
have
the
played
show
the game.
the show is based off the game, so it sticks pretty true to the.
Oh,
Does it?
nice.
Tyler says it does not.
It does
Does
not.
not stick
Okay.
true to the game.
Mhm. Hi,
Totally
Tyler.
off.
Well, I'll have to check it out anyways.
It's good. I liked the show. I
We started watching Supernatural recently.
That's
like
good, too.
Supernatural. That's a good show.
I've
too.
never seen it. It's actually kind of scary.
Versace does a podcast on horror as well. So if you're a huge horror fan, we may have you back on sometime as a guest there, or maybe to talk about horror movies.
Oh
You're
yeah, that's a
fun
whole nother
guest,
talk. We can talk about horror
fun
for
person to
days.
talk to. So for sure, I knew you would be a hit. When I messaged you, I was like, I know who we could talk to.
I think you and I could talk about stuff for hours.
Oh
Now-
yeah, we could seriously talk
could.
for hours. That's why I was looking at the time and I'm like, well, we should probably call this at some time so it's a watchable length.
Oh yeah.
So
But honestly, as I was telling Vic earlier, is anything over 3 minutes watchable anymore? We're in such a nation of just boom, 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 boom,
I think
boom.
people
It's
will
like,
watch something if it's up to an hour and a half. But if it's more than an hour and a half, it really has to be like more engaging. It has to have like action and blood. So unless one of us wants to slit our wrists on screen,
oh, I mean, we can. I mean, if it's for the views, and I mean, I'm
For the
down
views.
for the views,
for the
for
views,
lulls.
man.
Do it for the views. Do it for the lulls. Do it for something.
We're gonna have a real life haunting right here on screen.
You know what? We're gonna. You know
Like-
what? If people wait another 2 hours, we'll play Russian roulette.
oh
Oh, there we
no,
go.
Kelly popped out.
She was like, "I'm out of here. We're not playing that game."
She was done. She
Done.
probably coming back in. She does that
Might.
sometimes. She's in that
happens.
portal world. Sometimes she
Boom.
pops out and goes to another
Is she-
reality. There she is.
it's
She
a
had to
different
pop out
Kelly,
to another
though.
reality.
And that's why we had 2 windows. That's why we had 2 Kellys earlier.
Because
they both
she has
logged
a
in.
doppelganger. She was
How
saying
crazy.
something about
My-
electricity.
Our internet just went out, so I'm on 5G.
no.
I guess.
So the internet is telling us, I think.
Well,
that
the
it's
internet,
probably-
I'll tell you this, the internet in the universe you were just in was working just fine. The other Kelly was doing just great.
The other Kelly was doing fine, and then this Kelly came along with her broken
Yes.
internet.
We have had a
Weird
difference
doppelganger
of five, I've counted tonight, 5 different Kellys.
We've had 5 different Kellys tonight.
And you'll see tomorrow I'll have 5 different podcasts and I'll be like, how did that get recorded 5 times?
But I said the Kelly version. To say the Kelly multiverse. Kelly.
the way that their squares are set up, it looked like he was offering Vic something. That was funny. The way the boxes are set up, he was like,
Looks like I'm losing my connection here.
yeah, it sounds like it's probably the time for us to call it a night.
Yeah, we'll call it.
Calling it a night because Kelly's losing her connection.
Yeah, this 5th Kelly isn't the most viable Kelly. So we will let
This
her
fifth
go.
Kelly is shaky at best.
The weakest link, the weakest Kelly.
The weakest
Oh,
Kelly.
I gotta get
Will
rid
the
of this
real
one.
Kelly please stand up? Please.
I might
Kelly,
get a
it's
better
been
connection
awesome.
if I do stand up.
It's been
been a
awesome
blast.
having you here, even if you are the 5th Kelly.
I had a great
that we
time.
had tonight. I'm sure. I hope
The
you had
fifth
enough.
Kelly.
time
I
with
hope all
Kelly.
5 of you did. I hope all of them gave a good review. Give me 5 likes.
Yes.
Do what you gotta do.
All
Yeah,
5 of us
been
will give you a
awesome.
like. Oh my! It's like the fifth element, 5th Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm changing my name.
Thank you so much
I'm
for
stupid.
joining us tonight. You were really fun to talk to. Always are. You're always a pleasure. I really enjoy your
You
company.
guys are
so
great. You man.
we gotta get together
Decides to
soon.
Drop everything. It just dropped with us.
You are. They don't like that you were talking about them. You were in the 5th dimension right now, dear. Have
She
fun
is.
there.
She is back in the wall with Carrie Ann and the rest of the gang.
Oh, all right, everybody. Have a good night. Stay creepy.
Oh, no.